Hello, hello.
Good evening.
Oh, yes, good evening, good evening.
Well, good evening to me, I suppose.
I wasn't
Good evening
gonna.
to all of you.
Why you got to be so difficult all over there in the UK?
Why you gotta be so difficult? What with your different time zones, pal, huh? What's the
Yep.
time zones all about?
It's standardized, and noon is noon, no matter if it's light or dark.
Living in the future.
And I tell you what, guys, the next 7 hours are fucking crazy. I mean, your life will never be the same again. I can't spoil anything, obviously. In Britain, we have a no spoilers policy for the US. But yeah, just next 7 hours, some crazy shit is about to go down. That's all I can say. I've probably said too much already.
Your vagueness is so annoying. You and your future land, I will not have it. But if you happen to know a couple horse races that turn out really odd, let me know, because, you know.
Unfortunately, if I do that, I actually lose all time travel privilege, and I actually get sent to the US, and that's not happening.
Oh, there's a punishment.
Yeah, woof, yikes.
Yeah, it's a harsh punishment, very harsh. Hey, we have Iris as well. Now, hello. I was going to try recording using OBS, but my laptop is just not nearly powerful enough. So all I would say is for today, just make sure that you take very good notes, because there won't be a recording of this session. Also, I know I'm assuming that Morph and Iris have the same tech issues, hence no cameras. Raymond, your camera for me is just showing as a pink screen. Is that right?
That is correct. For some reason, my the phone I was using didn't charge since the last time we were on. I've been messing with it for the last hour, and it's just I don't know if it's a power supply or cordage or whatnot.
No hassle, my friends. Just so I knew if it was a problem at my end or not. So that's all good. And also, you will hopefully all have noticed that we now have music being streamed in via the magic of Sirenscape.
Yeah!
So yes, it took a bit of messing around with virtual cables, secondary Discord accounts, but we do have it. I have set the volume. I am actually going to set it a bit higher now, but obviously each of you can, in the chat, right click where it says Sirenscape and adjust the volume down to suit your own needs, which is something that I didn't realize was possible when we were playing the Halloween one shot, and we had Halloween rock music blaring out, and I didn't say anything to anyone, but I could barely hear what anyone else was saying over the music, and literally about 4 minutes before the end, I realized that I could manually adjust the volume that I would hear of other users or of that music bot. So yeah, thank you for your support at this difficult time, everyone. Yeah, so if anyone's finding the music too loud, you can adjust it down at your end, just so you are aware. How is everyone?
I'm doing fairly well in this land of confusion.
I'm so excited. It's the weekend.
Yes, it is. For me, it's crazy because obviously with this new job, I'm still technically in training until the start of New Year. So at the moment, we're Monday to Friday. So I've had, I think, the last 5 weekends off and still have another 3 weekends to go. And it's just a bizarre prospect for me. I just can't get my head around having every weekend off at the moment.
Heck yeah. you should demand that continues.
Well, they have given me my rota for when I sort of officially go onto a team, and it's a 9-week rolling rota, and I think I only do something like a total of, I can't even remember, I think it's like 7 weekend days over 18 weekend days, so I have more than 50% of weekend days off. It's really good, and if you work both days of the weekend, you're guaranteed to have 2 days off together during the week.
Nice, I love that.
Which is so different from the bookstore that I worked in, where it was essentially, yeah, we make up the rota every week and just come in when we ask you to, and there will be no pattern or
that always bothered me.
Or any way for you to organise your life, because we can change it at short notice. But yeah, no, the new place, I suppose it's one of the advantages of now working for a multinational, multi-million-dollar telecoms company. They can actually...
You know, I wish that was true, but smaller companies should absolutely be the ones that are on the forefront of being able to be like, hey, we're not going to just shake up the schedule every week.
Yeah, so I mean, the bookstore that I worked for was sort of our national chain. So it wasn't sort of like a mom and pop style, bookstore. But even at that, you would think that a national chain would be able to get their shit together, but sadly, it appears not.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird way of doing things. I ran an arcade for about 5-6 years.
Okay.
And I had a schedule, and anytime I was hiring people, I basically was like, here's the schedule you're applying for. Like, it will never change, barring, like, extreme circumstances. Like, these are the hours you will be scheduled for. These are the hours you will always work. If you need to have a day off, you're going to know these are the days and hours you always work. So
yeah.
talk to your other coworkers if you want a specific day off, and then you both contact me. Other than that, that's your schedule. That's what you're hired for. If you want to get a second job or something like that because it's part-time here, at least you can give your other job this schedule and say, these are the hours I work at my other job, always.
See, that's really decent. There was a thing a few years ago, they still exist in the UK, but they're out of favour now, of 0-hour contracts. So basically you were contracted to a company, but officially you had 0 guaranteed hours, and you could be called in at a moment's notice. So you couldn't take work elsewhere, because if you had a second job and your first job turned around and said, we need you in on Tuesday, and you said, well, I'm sorry, I can't, I'm at my second job on Tuesday, they'd say, okay, never mind, thanks for working for us, here's your paperwork, bye. So they still do.
That should be illegal. That's criminal.
It should be, and like I say, they have definitely fallen out of favour. So there aren't many companies that use them. I think like places like McDonald's and places like that, I believe, still use them in the UK. And the official line is that some of them offer flexibility to employees. So some employees like having the flexibility, but yeah, it's a pretty shitty practice.
Sounds like McDonald's.
It's a lot of like retail stores, at least in my state, do that. Or they have days where it's like, hey, you're on call today. It's like, what? I'm a retail worker. What do you mean I'm on call? I'm not a doctor. It's not like I'm going to have a specific customer that comes in and needs me to be present. They're like, well, in case we get busy.
We have a retail emergency. Keep your pager close by.
Yeah, my boss when I ran the arcade was like, if anything breaks and they call you, you need to come in. It's like, cool. Well, then you need to start paying my phone bill.
Yep.
Now, when you say arcade, you mean like a video game arcade?
Yeah.
How old are you? Like, I remember arcades when I was a kid, and I'm pushing 50. So, and I don't think you're that old. So I'm like, an arcade? Where is it? What?
You're so sweet. You're so sweet.
Well, he's not 50.
I'm pushing 10 on 50.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. here in April, I'll be 44.
January.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that either, but January I'll be 49. And I lived in California, and I knew arcades were the thing. You know, you walk in, pocket full of coins, and I was like, he's got to be talking about something else. There's something else that he's calling an arcade.
Nope. I ran an arcade until 2011.
Why did it close? Was that the point at which it sort of arcades started to become unviable over there, or?
No, I ended up getting the job that I just got let go from.
Oh.
Because that job was supposed to be more... Because you're right, arcade's definitely on the decline. So I wanted a job that would pay me more, had more opportunity, and theoretically was recession-proof.
That's the problem with theoretically, isn't it? It never quite works out like that in practice.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was expecting a plague to ravage America. But we fully expected America to not treat it seriously.
Yeah, that was a given.
At least you can say you weren't disappointed.
That's my trick. I'm always disappointed.
Right. The past 5 years of America have been an eye-opening experience of disappointment.
It's been something.
I mean, just certainly from the outside looking in, it certainly seems that already Biden's going to try and make up for lost time, as it were.
I wouldn't want to be in that man's shoes, just having to go to apologize to all these world leaders. It's like, just... Yeah, I don't know what...
Yeah, but I think a lot of the world leaders are kind of excited. They're like, oh, thank God, we can get back to being somewhat normal about what to expect from our meetings.
Until the Prime Minister of Great Britain turns up, looking like a dishevelled clown.
He's kind of like a dollar store Trump.
Yeah, he is, and what's interesting as well is sort of like over the last 10 years or so, there was sort of pretty much worldwide, with a few exceptions, sort of a pretty major swing to the right, and now Trump's gone. Boris Johnson's kind of falling out of favour in the UK because he's just fucking useless. So it's nice to see possibly a return to, if not to the left, but at least to sort of more middle ground.
Yeah, hopefully it was just one of those things that's like, all right, we gave it a try, it didn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, we tried fascism. Turns out it's still bad. So let's
Man,
go back
I wish that could be a statement here.
Let's go back to not fascism.
Move.
So, politics aside, always a risky subject.
I mean, it has to be talked about. It's what's happening. So
You asked how we were.
This is true. Maybe I need to reword that question next time I ask it.
How are you besides, everything?
I'm fine. I'm okay. Yeah.
How is Jody?
She's okay. She's not feeling very well today, so she's just in the bath at the moment. And I think she's going to have an early night. She's feeling a bit under the weather.
Is she tired of getting got?
I was about to ask.
We had a bit of a truce this week. Not through lack of trying, but we didn't really push our luck. We sort of went all out at the start, and now we realise that if you do it too consistently, then just nothing happens because you're constantly wary of each other. So we had a sort of unofficial truce this week, but I don't know if she's listening because the door is closed. But oh yes, she is listening. I just said you are listening, are you? Oh yeah, she's listening. Yeah. So yeah, no, the truce is still ongoing.
Very nice, very nice.
So if you don't show up at the new year for D&D. Is there anyone you need us to call?
You will receive an email with a coded message.
If I don't enter a code in every day at a certain time, these emails will automatically go out.
Exactly. Yes, there will also be an email going to the major newspapers of the UK, just as a backup.
The major what?
The major newspapers, yeah, they are still a thing apparently.
You're making that shit. That's part of the coded message, right? Newspapers.
In the arcade.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Who was that? Was that someone else?
I'm Ochi's oldest daughter.
Oh, sorry. Hi. I was thinking, what the hell? I don't recognize that voice.
Yeah, sorry. He said his camera wasn't working and I wanted to say hi to you guys.
Hello.
Well, hello.
I didn't even second guess it. I was like, hooray! A new friend! Hi!
Checking inputs, trying to figure out where extra voices are coming from, if they're coming from my computer. It's just me.
I was like, did Jody just hack into your camera to listen in?
I'll be honest, that was my concern too. I was desperately staring at my screen saying, who's logged in? Is there suddenly an extra window? Has Jody somehow joined back into the room? What's going on? But no, that's fine. I don't need to panic. And Morph, you don't need to panic either. It wasn't the voices in your head this time.
She enjoyed that. Yeah, she's giggling over here.
Turns out, actually, it was Sirenscape the whole time.
Oh, Sirenscape just randomly starts doing giggling children, and you're like, nope. No.
You're not like,
Oh, that's a point. I could look at sort of feeding some Victorian doll music through or something, couldn't I?
No, you could not.
the scary episodes, just put in weird music box distortions.
Hello, are you my mummy?
And I'm out.
No thanks. No thanks.
I promise 0 haunted dolls in at least this session. Okay.
Okay,
Fantastic.
Okay.
I'll take it.
awesome.
We're gonna murder some baddies?
Well, I mean, that's entirely up to you guys. Just a quick question. I don't know, Iris, if you saw my message to you. Just a quick query
yeah, I'm sorry.
about your tunnel fighter.
I
One moment.
needed to ask Morph about it, and then I instead just forgot that I saw the message.
Yeah, no, that's no hassle. So it is just from an Unearthed Arcana, is it?
Correct.
Yeah, cool. That's fine. I've had a look at it. It wasn't one that I was familiar with, but I've had a look at it. It doesn't seem to be hideously overpowered or anything. So yeah, that's absolutely fine to use that.
It basically just makes it so when she uses her reaction with her shield to give someone that disadvantage.
The disadvantage on the attack against the other person, yeah.
Yeah, it just means she can also take her attacks of opportunity if someone skirts around her. Because we noticed that was kind of one of the things she kept missing out on. She'd cause disadvantage and then not be able to take a reaction to smack someone.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's cool. Not a problem at all. I was looking through character sheets and I thought, oh, that's new. But yeah, not a problem at all. So, if everyone is ready, if we remember last time, having buried Ochi and Brill in the ruins of Thunder Tree Village.
Yep.
A new companion joined, Hardstadt, who had been sent. He sounds lovely. He had been sent by Ochi's mentor, Lorewalker Cho, because someone that Ochi had helped to. Yeah, no worries. Someone that Ochi had helped to put away had escaped over in the far land of Karatur. and had made their way to track down Ochi, essentially, and to exact their revenge. And Hardstadt, unfortunately, was too late to warn Ochi. But given that this enemy, known as Scorn, is currently making their way to the Forgotten Realms, to the Sword Coast, then Hardstadt offered to stay with the party for now. You then made your way to the area where Cragmaw Castle was believed to be, and you took Rydoth the Druid with you, who, with a few mutterings, arcane words, managed to release the illusion that had protected Cragmaw Castle from discovery. You then decided, rather than going in the main entrance, you decided to skirt the perimeter, hearing some goblins at one window, passing a window which was entirely boarded up, and making your way around until you heard crying. And sneaking a look through that window, you determined that Pip, the kidnapped son of the innkeeper and his wife from Phandalin, was in fact being held hostage here. You managed to enter through a secret entrance into the rear of the castle, at which point Serenity got a bit hot and heavy and decided to go storming straight in to the room, where she saw a bugbear, a wolf, Pip, a dwarf who appeared to be unconscious on the ground, and an androgynous figure directly in front of Serenity. So that is where we pick up our story. Serenity has just stormed in there without any form of introduction, all forms of social norm, and so I do need everyone to please roll initiative. Can I just say as well, I am loving that I've managed to get Syrinscape finally set up through Discord. It's so much better than using that extra app.
You want to add me manually, or do you want me to re-roll?
Re-roll, it's fine.
Oh, I guess I didn't have myself con.
For some reason, Hardstadt, you didn't come up. Did you click your token first, Ray?
I did not.
Just re-roll for me, friend.
Can do. Here we go.
Thank you so much.
I was kind of wondering what the message meant. When you wanted to send the result to a roll turn tracker.
Yeah, so you have to click on your token first, otherwise Roll20 assumes you've just accidentally clicked the initiative button.
Understood.
So let me just, because I think Hardstadt is slightly in shadow there, so let's just clear that. Okay, so up first we have the wolf in the room, who apparently is called Snarl. And Snarl has seen the imminent danger to his master, his owner, the bugbear, and is going to come running towards Serenity. Is going to make a bite attack at her. And that is a 20 to hit.
Jesus. Yeah.
Okay, so Snarl runs, leaps, grabs onto Serenity's arm, and does 6 piercing damage. And Serenity, I also need a strength saving throw from you, please. So you manage to sort of keep your feet grounded as this wolf attacks. You manage to resist being knocked prone. Up next, we have Harrow.
Okay, so, jeez, man, that's a rough position. Let's just step forward one.
Mm-hmm.
And let's take some attacks on this fellow.
Okay.
And just so we're ahead of the curve here, the only person in here that I'm actually keen to kill if I end up attacking is the wolf. The rest I'd like to not kill if I could help it.
Okay, duly noted.
Nice.
So a 12 does not hit, unfortunately. You're trying to get your glaive over Serenity's shoulder without hitting Serenity, and unfortunately the angle is off and just glances past this individual who, just very briefly, as in very briefly, you see their form shift and change, and for a second takes the form of Toblin Stonehill, the innkeeper from Fandulin, who you seem to remember. You saw his dead body. And no sooner has the form changed than it changes back again. Anything else, Harrow?
Better.
Yeah, you know what? I will. Ooh, maybe I won't do that. Yeah, you know what? Mr. I'm gonna turn into Toblin is gonna get hexed.
Okay. No problem at all. Let me just mark that as... Let me find... I need to make sure I'm being consistent in the little icons that I use. Let's say that the hex is that one. So that's just a little reminder for me that that individual is hexed. Okay. Anything else? Any more movement or...
I think that's it for me.
Okay, I am also just going to mark you, because this is something I need to get better at doing. I am going to just mark you as concentrating.
Okay.
Okay, just so I need to get better at keeping track of concentration. So.
Oh, the Hexblade Curse isn't a concentration.
Was it Hexblade's Curse or was it Hex?
Hexblade's Curse.
Right. Okay. Hang on then. I'm sorry. I thought you said Hex.
Sorry, my bad.
No, actually, it's a good prelude because I have some questions.
Okay. No worries. Okay, so it's Hexblade's Curse. That is fine. No problem. So, anything else? Any movement?
No, I think that'll wrap it up for me.
No problem at all. So we are over to Hardstadt.
Yes.
And sorry, let me just... I have done the same thing I do every week. I've forgotten to switch off my Google Home speaker, and it thinks I'm talking to it, which I'm not. Okay, Hardstadt. So you had questions, Ray?
Yes. Concentration spells. If I play one, am I able to do a physical attack while concentrating?
Yes. So the only things that will affect your concentration. So in fact, I have my DM screen in front of me, and I will read it exactly as it is. Okay. If a spell must be maintained with concentration, its description specifies how long you can concentrate on it. You can end concentration at any time without requiring an action. The following factors can break your concentration. So you cast another spell that requires concentration specifically.
Given, yes.
If you take damage, you will need to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you maintain your concentration. If you're incapacitated or killed, or if you're overwhelmed by an enormous distraction. The example I give here is a wave crashing into you, but such distractions are at my discretion. And again, you would need to succeed on a Constitution saving throw in order to maintain concentration.
Understood.
But yes, you can absolutely cast a spell that requires concentration, and then, as long as if you're also wanting to take an action, the spell you cast would have to be a bonus action. And you could even then, in a future round, if your concentration spell is still up and that you want to cast another spell that is not concentration based, 9 times out of 10 that will usually be fine. There are some exceptions, but they're very few and far between.
Wow.
There is one concentration aspect that they don't address there, which is if you ready a spell. If you ready a spell, you are considered to be focusing on that spell and thus lose any concentration spell you have going.
Understood.
Even if the spell you're casting isn't a concentration spell.
Rude.
That's a good shout, actually, Morph. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a real weird technicality.
Yeah, so, in saying that, I don't think so far, Ray, you have done any kind of, holding or readying a spell or anything like that, or holding an action.
I think the only thing I've played so far is Aid.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, if that comes up, we can address that at the time, but, yeah, that would be if you were readying a spell.
Understood.
That's a good point, thanks, Morph. Does that answer what you needed?
So far, yes.
Awesome, wonderful. Okay, so what would Hardstadt like to do?
Hardstadt is going to move into the room between Serenity and Pip.
Yep, okay.
I will take a swing at the shadowy guy.
No worries.
One-handed Warhammer.
And unfortunately, it does not catch. It's almost as if you realise that you're standing perilously close to a young child, and you don't want to quite swing back as fully as you probably should, just in case you catch him, and the swing doesn't connect, unfortunately.
Understood. But as my bonus action, I'm going to play Shield of Faith on Serenity.
Okay, no problem at all. So let me just... Would you mind just clicking on it in your spell sheet? Just you already have. You're way ahead of me. Thank you.
No problem, sir.
Teamwork makes the dream work, eh? So, that's fine. So, Serenity has a +2 to her AC for up to the next 10 minutes.
And of course, that's the concentration-based spell. That's why I asked.
Yes, no problem at all. So, I am going to mark you. You should see in the top right corner of your token a little icon to indicate concentration.
Understood.
Okay, fantastic. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, sir. I think that's it.
No problem at all. So, getting pretty crowded in that room, and we have Droop up next.
Did we decide that he shoots at a disadvantage if he shoots past friendlies?
Yes, and given that there are 2 friendlies, I would probably have to rule that would class as 3/4 cover as well. That's not going to be an easy shot for Droop to make, given that he is short. Harrow and Serenity are both taller than him, both of you are between him and his target. I assume you're going for the androgynous individual.
Yes.
Yes, so it would be disadvantage, and they would have 3/4 cover.
Just have him shout duck before he shoots.
He could get really brave and skirt way into the room and then shoot him. Because he can disengage as a bonus action.
Do you know what? Actually, hang on. Stop a second. Ray,
Oh no!
can you please have Yeah, no, I want you to make a note on your character sheet that you now have inspiration, because that was a fantastic suggestion. Just something as simple as having Droop shout duck would definitely, I would say that would remove all. I'd be happy for that to remove. I'd be happy for that to remove all impediments. So it would class as no cover, and I wouldn't even impose disadvantage.
Then he does that.
Good.
Okay, so yeah, Ray, just make sure you mark inspiration on your sheet. That basically gives you one roll, any roll you choose at advantage. Okay,
Consider it marked.
wonderful. So Droop, readying his crossbow, yells, "Mr. Harrow! Miss Serenity! Duck!"
I duck.
Oh, here we go again.
Jesus Christ.
And as Harrow and Serenity both drop to their knees, the arrow flies inches over their heads and plunges into the shoulder of the androgynous individual,
Wow.
who snarls and roars, and once again shifts to the form of Toblin Stonehill, and then once again shifts back, snarling, growling, almost animalistic, and they take 6 points of damage. Okay. Is there anything else that Droop would like to do?
He just says, "Thank you."
Thank you so much. You may now stand once more.
All may rise.
Makes you wonder if there's a moment where they're like, why are our goblins attacking us?
If Droop is done, then we are on to Serenity.
Yeah.
She's gonna go for the Andrew guy too. She's pretty pissed that he took on Toblin's face for a minute. She doesn't know what's going on, but she needed it.
Please subdue him. I want to know what his deal is.
She is trying not to kill him.
Okay. A 20. Oh no, sorry, that was for Droop, wasn't it?
Oh yes.
Booyah.
So almost from nowhere, Serenity suddenly seems to have this long sword in her, and thrusts straight out ahead of her with it, and it sinks into the being's side, and yeah, does 7 points of damage. So that's okay. Now, just do me a favor, Iris, if you wouldn't mind just keeping a track of, for now, the tunnel fighter feats, just while I get my head round it. So if there are any extra damage or anything like that, just speak up, okay?
Okay.
Cool. And once more, the creature changes, and this time takes the form of a drow. A dark elf.
I have questions.
And he looks directly at Serenity and says, "You will pay for that." And is there anything else you want to do, Serenity?
She's just gonna make a come at me, bro, chin thrust at the guy.
Face tank.
Awesome. This is a whole
He
new
got
side to
into the whole
Serenity
kind of
that
fighting.
I love. Okay, so she sort of
Like crouches
like-
down. He kind of looks like he's
almo-
fucking.
almost sort of Morpheus in the Matrix style, you know, just bring it on.
Show.
And it is now the doppelganger's turn. And the doppelganger is going to quite simply slam into Serenity for an 18. That hits, doesn't it? Sorry, you cut out a bit there,
It
Iris.
does not hit because of the
She's got the shield.
shield of faith.
Ah, okay, that's fine. So yeah, that does not hit then.
Yeah.
You just cannot seem to make an impact on you. And then just stops and looks at you. Serenity,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
what is foremost in your mind at the moment?
Getting Pip.
Okay. The doppelganger says to you, "If you keep this up, the boy will not live." Up next, we have the bugbear, King Groll. Pretty sure it's a self-appointed title. I don't think there was an official coronation. And King Groll is going to step over to this table and chairs that separates himself and Hardstadt, and he's going to throw his javelin. Now it will be at disadvantage because it's so close, and he rolls a 16.
Who do you throw it at, sir?
Did that hit?
Who are you throwing it at?
I don't know. I'm having some sound issues. You guys are all cutting out a bit for me.
Who did he throw it at? The javelin.
He threw it directly across the table at Hardstadt.
Okay, he misses. I got an armor class of 18.
Okay, so it sort of ricochets off your plate mail. It's
Yeah.
plate mail you have, isn't it? Or shit, yeah.
It's a- No, I have.
Oh, you have chainmail. That's right. Yeah. So he throws it, but it's so close he can't get any power behind the throw, and it just bounces harmlessly off you. He roars in annoyance. He backs up right up to this edge here.
He was like, that was my one shot. I'm out.
As he does that, he yells, "Snarl! Kill!" And Snarl the wolf, because we're now at the start of the next round, Snarl, once more, is going to make a bite attack at Serenity, being the one that's right next to him, and he rolls a 23.
Good
Holy
lord.
shit.
That wolf is on it.
That wolf has had his morning breakfast, and that would be for 10 piercing damage. and
Can
Serenity.
Polish rebuke him, please?
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, Polish rebuke him, please.
You absolutely can, yes. So that's what, a dex save, I believe?
Shit. What did I do wrong? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a dex 13, it looks like.
He rolls a 15 on his dex save.
Okay, so obviously the wolf is the biggest bad in here.
It was a wolf all along. Serenity, I just need a strength saving throw from you as well, please, because the wolf bit you.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you are actually the impact of the wolf's body blow as it sunk its teeth into you knocks you prone. So you are now considered prone. Okay. Let me find an icon. There we are. That's prone. You don't have arrows sticking out your back, but apart from that, you everything else is accurate. Okay. I think Snarl is going to... Yeah, Snarl's going to stay where he is. So we are over to Harrow.
All right. Well, my sister just went down like a ton of bricks. I'm like, oh no, that's a bad situation. Kind of look at Mr. Drow and be like, but I'm going to punish you for that. And take a full attack on him.
Okay, no problem at all.
Damn it.
Nope, just the emotion of seeing your sister drop to her knees means that you just can't quite get the focus that's needed, and again, no contact.
Well, because this is Ochi's Dragon Glaive, I'm going to use my bonus attack to strike him with the back end of the glaive.
Yeah.
Yes, you can do that now, can't you?
Yes, you can.
And that definitely does make contact.
Butt strike.
Nemesis butt strike. Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
So 7 damage with the curse.
Yes, because there's also sorry, where are you getting the +2 from the curse? Oh yes, because you had your proficiency bonus, don't you? Yes, sorry. It's been a while. So yeah, no problem at all. So that's okay. No problem. Anything else?
I think that's it for me. Maybe I'm gonna crouch a little. I'm gonna crouch down.
You're going to crouch, okay? No problem. That's fine. Let's see. I don't think I have an icon specifically for crouch as opposed to prone. No, that's fine. Just remind me that you're crouched.
It's more just for Drew because I know that it's coming.
It's more you know that next arrow is coming. That's fine. Okay. So over to Hardstadt. You've just had a javelin bounce harmlessly from your chest. You have a small half-elf child to the right of you. You have a prone blue tiefling to the left. Ahead of you, a table and chairs. What do you do?
I think I am going to try to play Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
That's not what I was trying to do.
That's alright, no worries.
There it is.
There we go, thank you. So, one action. Okay, and who was it you were trying to hit? Sorry.
That was the question. A creature of my choice. We'll go with the drow.
Yeah, no problem at all. So that does indeed hit. So let's see what damage that does. So a flash of light leaves Hardstat's body. Where does it leave your body? Paint the picture for us. Does it emanate from your chest?
Oh,
does it come from? Does it
going-
come from your holy icon? Do you hold your hand out Iron Man style?
Yes, I'm gonna point at the drow with an open hand and push the power through me onto him. And let's see, what level should I cast this at? I'm so confused.
So if you cast it just at first level, it will be 4d6 radiant damage. If you cast it at second level, it would be 5d6 radiant damage.
Oh, and Haro wants to keep this guy alive?
Harrow does, but Harrow hasn't told anyone that.
He did say it out loud.
Yeah, I said it when Serenity was giving him the butt jaw thing.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it must have been when my audio crapped out. Okay, no worries. I know Morph told me. I didn't realize that Harrow had specifically said it. Okay.
Oh, we'll go to level 1 then.
Okay, wow. 13 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, that was a little bit bigger than I expected. Maybe I should have held on to that one for something else.
So this drow takes the full impact of this blinding light straight to its chest, and when the light clears, once again you have Toblin Stonehill stood there, and he looks at you and says, "What have I done to deserve this? I only came to rescue my son." Anything else, Hardstadt?
No, I think... Oh, hold on. No, I think that'll do me for right now.
Okay, no worries at all. So over to Droop. So we have Harrow crouched, we have Serenity prone. So again, there's a clear path to Toblin Stonehill if Droop wants to take it.
Whew. I think he's gonna sneak into the room using disengage to avoid people taking attacks of opportunity on him.
Okay.
There?
Yes, that would... Now, let me just check something, because... Yeah, no, we could say that he goes through... He takes a path down past Hardstadt, Pip, and Gundren.
Kind
Because
of
if
like
he went the other way... If he went the other way, he'd technically be leaving two areas. He would be leaving Snarl's area and then leaving Toblin's area. And I think disengage would probably only work once, would it? Oh no, it doesn't, sorry. No, it doesn't matter. Never mind. Still learning at this end.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. So Droop is over there, disengaged. That's fine. Does he want to do anything else?
Yeah, he would like to fire an arrow at the wolf who keeps trying to bite Serenity.
Okay. That would... We'd probably say... Probably half cover. Just with that table and chairs in the way. And Serenity, and it's a wolf, so it's quite low down. Yeah, we'd say half cover, probably.
just lay on the floor. Sniper
Or you
style.
can lay through the floor and try and shoot through the table and chairs. Ray is a tactical genius tonight.
I wouldn't go that far.
So do I have to roll it differently?
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, that definitely hits the wolf. Yeah, that
Jesus
hits.
Christ.
Yeah, good old Droop never lets us down, eh? Okay, so suddenly, sort of this one, obviously Serenity is prone and sort of laid on the ground, and just as an arrow whistles past her cheek, literally millimeters from her cheek, she feels the wind of the fletching, and then she just behind her hears a, and the wolf has taken some damage.
Nice.
Does Droop want to do anything else, or is that
Nope.
all good?
That's all good.
All good, no problem. So we are now at Serenity.
Toblin is not Toblin. This imposter is not down yet, right?
Correct.
So she is gonna keep trying to subdue him. Oh, and also stand up.
Okay, so which order?
She's gonna stand up and then try to subdue him.
No problem. So half of your movement to stand up,
Yeah.
and then when you say subdue, you going to use your big girl words, or are you just trying to knock them unconscious with the weapon, or?
She's just gonna knock him down.
Okay, no worries. Roll an attack for me.
Will she have advantage because of guiding bolt?
Let's have a look. Next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage. Yes, thank you.
Nice call.
Thank God.
He did.
Fuck you, Marv. Yes, right, okay, wow. So
That's a bunch of numbers.
that's a whole bunch of numbers, isn't it? So that will be everything, won't it? Okay. So that's what, 25 in total? Am I counting that right?
23.
I think it's.
Wait, what?
So the damage dice is
12? Oh, are we adding all of these? Because it looks like this is trying to roll with advantage, even though it didn't give me the option.
so because it would be with advantage because of the guiding bolt. But if it was just the figures on the right, that would be less than the figures on the left. Doesn't make
should
any
be
sense.
18. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, it's 12.
Yeah. 10 plus 2.
It is just the 10 plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
What a weird way to factor
That's
that.
Yeah,
that's a
that is,
strange way
yeah.
to show that. Okay, if everyone's happy with that being 12 damage, the Toblin is still standing. And he stares at you, Serenity.
Cool.
This
She
is-
bonuses into tunnel fighting.
Okay. He says, Serenity, why would you do this to me? You know me. It's me, Toblin.
Serenity looks very distraught.
At which point, the doppelganger backs up.
Attack of opportunity.
Attack of opportunity.
Go for it. And Hardstat as well would also have an attack of opportunity.
Okay, hold on, please.
Oh my god!
Fuck. So, yes, That definitely hits. Let's have a... Oh, God. Okay. With those various rolls, yes, Hardstack yours would hit as well. Just roll damage, just for a formality. Okay, so the doppelganger slumps unconscious.
Don't walk away from me when I'm beating on you.
And as Toblin drops to the floor, the form of the individual in front of you reverts to the androgynous, almost amorphous shape. Not going to be taking any more of its turn. So next we have King Grawl. Now King Grawl, seeing that there seems to be something of a losing battle at this point, kind of starts to veer round this side. He's moving round next to Droop. He says, "Don't move! Come any closer! I'll kill the dwarf and the boy too!"
Call off your
And that's
wolf
all
and
he-
let's talk about this.
When it gets to your turn, you can try a persuasion check.
Perfect.
So up next is Snarl the Wolf. And Snarl is still going to try and bite once more at Serenity. But this time, Serenity, you're ready for it, and you manage to get a bit of armor from your arm. And you now know what you're looking for when this wolf tries to bite you, and you get your arm just in the right position to fend off the blow, and it makes no impact whatsoever. Harrow, what do you do?
I'm going to. Crap.
Just right here?
Yeah, just right. Just. I guess I'm going to move in to right here, and I'm going to murder Mr. Puppy Dog.
Okay.
Hey.
That definitely hits. Okay. Mr. Puppy Dog is looking very hurt. He now has a number of stab wounds. He's bleeding heavily from his hindquarters. He is still standing, but he doesn't look happy to be there anymore.
Then I will follow it up with a Ochi patented butt strike.
Butt strike.
Go for it. Butt strike!
Nice.
Fuck me. Yes, that definitely. Okay. So, and you said that you had no hesitation in killing the wolf, correct?
Yeah, I've got no problems with it.
The wolf is dead. With one final butt strike of Nemesis, the wolf slumps. You hear a crunching sound as part of its skull gives way, and he just slumps to the ground. Anything else, Harrow?
Just after just kind of this whirl of blade against that wolf, just kind of bring the blade towards this quote unquote king, and just kind of brandish the bloody blade at him.
Okay, no problem. He snarls at the blade. Hardstadt, what do you do?
I am going to. Excuse me. I'm going to play Cure Wounds on Serenity.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
I thought you were in a table flip.
I thought about it. I really did think about it, but I was like, I looked at my. I don't think I'm that good of a talker, so I was kind of passing mine off to somebody else.
A talker? I meant a tosser.
Oh, okay. There's the 11 for you.
Oh,
Thank you.
no.
Wait,
No,
what?
no, someone's feelings are hurt.
Wait, what? Wait, did I say something wrong?
No, I don't think so.
No, no. In the UK, a tosser is something very different.
Oh, we know what a tosser is. Yeah.
Oh,
I
right,
don't.
okay.
I don't.
You don't. So if you accuse someone of being a tosser, if someone tosses, if someone's a tosser, they engage in a lot of wrist activity.
Solo entertainment.
Oh.
Solo entertainment, onanism,
Self-flagellation.
self-flagellation.
I
Bad
meant more
monkey.
flipping the table and then sitting on it.
Slightly different then.
But I think that it's my turn. And,
Okay, so you have cure wounds. Cure wounds. Is that the word?
Cured
Serenity.
wounds?
Cured wounds. Cure wounds.
yes.
Okay, so anything else that you'd like to do, Hardstadt?
Cure Wounds is an action, so I don't believe I have a bonus action available. So that ends my turn.
Okay, no problem at all. So up next we have Droop. Stood right next to the angry bugbear.
Disengage, run away! Can you go over the table? Or I guess he could just go like here.
Yeah, was he? Yes, or round that way. Was he disengaged bonus action? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. That's fine.
He just thought that was a very tall, not friendly.
Yeah. And of course, I don't know if you remember, but from where you rescued him in the Red Brand Manor,
They were terrible bugbears.
the bugbears were the ones that were terrorizing him.
Yeah, and then he's gonna try and shoot him.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack. And
Slow
that's
bastard.
20. Fucking Droop every bloody time. Okay, go for it. Right, 5 piercing damage. And King Grawl, who we'll call Dave. Dave Grawl. He sort of sees this arrow sticking in his shoulder.
Oh,
and
wait a minute. You need an inspiration for that joke.
I'm the
Dave
DM.
Grohl.
I always have inspiration. Yeah, and he sort of chuckles and says, it's not often I see a goblin with balls. And pulls the arrow out from his shoulder.
Did we
Yeah.
forget to put pants on Droop again?
I'm pretty sure we have him wearing pants. I don't know. His chainmail is really long, so I'm not positive on that.
Yeah, he's just Winnie the Poohing it under there. Okay, Serenity.
So she would like to climb on the table and try and intimidate this guy to stand down.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even going to make you roll to get on the table. That's fine. Okay. So what does Serenity say to try and get the self-proclaimed king to stand down?
You really think that you could kill all three of them before we have you smushed into the ground?
Okay. Roll an intimidation check for me. It was going to be an advantage because Harrow had previously said he was pointing his blade at King Groll. However, I was going to impose disadvantage for the use of the word smooshed, so it's a straight roll.
It's a fantastic straight roll too.
It's a fantastic straight roll. It makes no odds, absolutely. But yeah, let me just quickly check something. Hang on. Ba-bum. He slumps to the ground. He stops and he says, "Fine. I think I'm in over my head anyway." And that, if there's nothing else Serenity would like to do, we will say that that is us now out of Matt. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Serenity?
Nope, she's just glowering down at him, letting him know that she has the high ground.
Yay, that was fun.
Okay. So, King Groll has dropped his weapon and standing there dejectedly. "I'd like to say it was a fair fight, but I think I was slightly outnumbered. Who are you?"
Is he counting our goblin?
Aww.
Oh, you're outnumbered because we have a goblin?
Sharpshooter goblin.
Goblins are scum. Everyone knows that.
You're
But
scum.
I'll tell you what. The little fucker knows how to shoot.
That's why we call him Deadeye Droop.
Deadeye.
Deadeye Droop. I suppose you're here for this one, are you? And he gestures at the dwarf on the ground.
Oh, yes. Yes, we are.
Both of them.
I mean, I'll be honest, I have no idea who the boy is. That one over there brought him. And at that he gestures over to the doppelganger, who is starting to regain consciousness.
Oh, no, he won't be.
Let's go manacle that guy up and knock him back out.
Okay, consider it done.
Because he can shapeshift, I'm a little less confident of the manacles, so I put him on him and just boonk, and just stay sleepy.
Did his clothes change when he shapeshifted?
No, they did not.
Good. And he's wearing like something very different than the rest of us, right?
Yes, it's almost like a sort of... I don't know how to describe it, really. It's almost like a muumuu.
Just very loose.
Just very loose, just free and easy. Lets a nice draft in all the places that a draft needs to be.
Alright, I think we have established that I'm caught up on our group's quests. So I know who Pip and Gundren are.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. You discussed all that on the journey down to the castle. It took a day and a half to travel, so absolutely that's fine.
All right, I'm gonna check them to see if they need to be healed. And it seems like Gundren's still taking a nap for some reason.
So yeah, Gundren. Well, roll a medicine, please. Yeah, you can tell that Gundren is alive. He is somewhat malnourished. Seems to be dehydrated. He is currently unconscious, but he is alive.
All right, while I guess Serenity or the two tieflings squeeze these other guys for information, I'll get Pip and Gundren up to Specs, give them some water and some food rations.
Okay. So Pip was already conscious. He was sort of crying in the corner. He's very freaked out by the battle that's just gone on. Lots of blood, lots of dying wolves. So he is kind of, at the moment, he's shell shocked. But he does take some water from you and sips it all the time, still sniffling, snot running down his face. Gundren, we'll say with a bit of food and water, we'll say he regains 1 hit point.
Will you shackle this guy too? She like pokes at the bugbear with the toe of her boot.
That's
There's no
necessary.
need for that. There's no need for that. I know when I've lost a fight. I might be an idiot, but I'm not stupid.
She like shrugs and jumps down, and she's gonna start like mothering Pip, like wiping his snot off with her thumb and like trying to make sure he feels okay. Like,
Serenity, is that you?
yeah,
Did you come to rescue me?
I did. I came a really far way to rescue you.
He killed my daddy.
Oh,
She'll like
yes.
hug him and pet his hair and be like, I know, I'm sorry, I know.
He killed my daddy. I was so confused. Not just after you spoke to me in the village, and I told you about the manor. My dad told me that he needed me to go and run some errands, and I got on the cart, and I realized that it wasn't my dad. It just looked like my dad, but by that point it was too late.
Serenity's compassion for this little boy is the only reason that she's not like just dripping rage. So she's like more concerned about taking care of him than being super angry about that.
Meanwhile, behind her, there's a distinct thunk as a butt end of a polearm goes into unconscious changeling here.
Who is now even more unconscious, if that were thing were possible. Yeah, it was just descended into the second layer of unconsciousness. At this point, starting to kind of revive, Gundren looks up and round and recognizes Serenity, who stood right there. Can't quite see Harrow from where he is. Doesn't recognize Hardstadt.
Nah.
Oh! Did the supplies get to Fandolin then?
Really? That's the first thing you think of?
I love that. I love that so much.
They
Hey,
did.
listen, I'm a businessman first and foremost. Alright? Did they make it safe?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Doesn't
Wonderful.
ask whose kid this is.
I know that kid. That's the innkeeper's kid. I've been in Fandolin all my life, mate. Hang on. Where's the other two? The red one and the bald one.
Oh, no.
They didn't make it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So am
The
I.
red one, the red one tried to sell me some of his art. It was pretty good actually. I was thinking of opening a gallery, but I guess that won't be happening. The bald one was quite quiet, but he seemed nice enough.
That art's probably gonna be worth a lot more now.
Oh my god!
That's savage.
Wow.
At,
Oh my God.
at which point, Gundren manages to pull himself to his feet, comes over to Hardstadt and holds out his hand and says, "Gundren Rockseeker, very nice to meet you, sir. I can tell you have a keen business mind, much like myself."
Well met.
Aye, well met indeed, sir. Well met indeed. Quick question. What happened to Sildar?
Which one was Sildar? Is that the one that
He's
turned
back
into
in the town.
Spider? The one that did
He's
Sildar-
back.
Sildar was the one who had been sent to investigate what had happened to the one that turned out to be the Black Spider. No, sorry, had turned out to be Glassstaff, not the Black Spider.
He turned into.
Scratch that, reverse it. He turned into the one that turned out to be Glassstaff.
Sorry, Frank
that-
Drorf, I'm new here. You're gonna have to ask the other two.
He's in Fandolin. Or Fandolin. Fandolin!
Oh, he's in Fandolin, is he? All right, okay. Is he well? He took a bit of a beating from when that ambush when they got our horses, you know.
He's well as
Yeah,
can be
he-
expected. He's fallen in with the local magistrate or town leader or whatever and is keeping an eye on things.
Oh, not that dickhead. Bloody hell! Right,
Don't
well,
worry, he serves a purpose.
that'll be getting sorted when we go back. Don't worry about that. I might mention when they brought me here, I did notice that in one of the other packs they had Sildar's kit, so it might be somewhere. I know he was particularly keen on his armor, what with it being, you know, sentimental reasons and all. So, if you're so inclined, we might have a look at his armor.
Toss the place.
I don't presume you have all of your gear, Master Dwarf.
No, I've just got what I'm in here, but I don't think they brought any of that stuff with me. The only thing that I did see at one point was the was my map, but I don't know where that is. I don't know that I mean that's why I think I'm pretty sure that's why they ambushed us in the first place, to be honest.
Look at the king and be like, "Map, your majesty."
And
Burn.
and Grawl sort of realizing that he has no way of arguing or resisting his little sort of bed, his little sort of army cot that he has in the corner, and reaches underneath the mattress and hands everything over to you, Harrow.
What?
And
Is
he hands over.
Is he a teenager?
he
hiding
hand-
stuff under his mattress.
To be fair, I wouldn't have thought to look there.
I mean, it was worth a try.
Had a
so-
brush some nudie magazines out of the way.
What was worth the try?
Yeah, he doesn't hand over. I'll tell you what he hands over in a second, but he does not hand over his copy of Play Bugbear. Well, I thought you might not look under there, if I'm honest. Thought I might get away with it.
Away with what? Just having a map? What was the plan?
Right, so here's the thing. Have you heard of the Black Spider?
Isn't this the Black Spider? Point at the unconscious, once drowy kind of thing.
Virith? No. Virith isn't the Black Spider. Virith works for the Black Spider. The Black Spider, basically the Black Spider hired me. He'd got wind, right, of this map that Gundren had. That one over there, the dwarf. So the Black Spider got me to get my goblins to ambush and get the map. The map's something about, I don't know, some sort of cave, some sort of magical cave. Honestly, I didn't really care about that bit because I was offered some money. And that's all I'm really bothered about. I don't care about mystical caves and magical caves and all that nonsense. Anyway, right, I digress. So, we ambushed the horses. We took this one's mate up to. I let the goblins down at the hideout keep him. I assume they were going to eat him. Don't really care. It's up to them what they want to do. I brought this one, the dwarf, up here to Cragmore Castle. I was supposed to give the map over to the Black Spider. And that's what this one was here for, pointing at Virith. However, I decided that if it's that important, it might be worth a bit more coin. Virith, over there, disagreed. Everyone up to date? Everyone clear? Good.
Have you been paid yet?
What if I say no?
I kind of look at Haro with an upturned eyebrow.
What if you say no?
How much did they pay you?
Well, it's all in that pouch that I've just given to this one here. So when he handed you the map, he also handed you a stitched leather sack, which contained 220 silver pieces, 160 electrum pieces, and 3 potions of healing, as well as the map.
Take the 3 potions of healing and give them to Serenity, and then toss all the coin back.
Oh, this is a new... Hang on, sorry, I'm getting my voices mixed up. This is a new way of doing business. I'm not aware of this. What's the catch?
You're going to give us a tour of this castle, King, so we can get all the gear that we need that would belong to our friends, and then you're going to take that money, and you're going to take your goblins, and you're going to leave.
There's a baker in a different town that might need some help.
A fucking baker?
To be fair, he's one of the hired mercenaries, a hobgoblin, I believe.
Oh, Virith mentioned that he'd hired some hobgoblins.
Well,
Yeah,
most of them are
he-
ex-hobgoblins now.
Ah, point taken.
So, Your Majesty, show us the grounds.
Okay, so just for confirmation, who's coming? I don't think it's safe to take that young lad round.
Why?
Let's just say there are some not very nice, some things that even I don't really have control.
Like what?
Well, there is a Grick.
What is a grick?
That's like a small river, country people playing them.
Oh, yeah, they bubble over stones, right?
I think that's a brook.
A crick.
I thought it was a crick.
So
Have you
Serenity,
never heard of a
roll.
brook?
Sorry, I didn't get that. Say that again.
You've never heard of a bubbling brook?
No, brooks babble and cricks bubble. The babbling brook.
Well, this
And a
is
bubbling
Grick.
creek?
It's
Yeah, crick.
Poor Paul. Look at him.
It's fine. I'm just going to enjoy the show. You lot crack on. Go for it. I'll just relax for 5 minutes. Just let me know when you're ready. It's fine.
Paul,
No, what do you? Would you like me to roll?
Roll an Arcana or Animal Handling, whichever one is higher.
Oh.
Jesus Christ!
He's loving
In your many travels throughout the area, on your quest for redemption, You've probably come across Grix before. They are worm-like creatures which blend in with stonework. They have an almost sort of natural camouflage.
What?
And they lie in wait, and when its prey gets near enough, the Grick will rear up and its 4 tentacles unfurl to reveal a hungry, snapping beak.
Ew.
So I would say, probably, with a role like that, I would say that you and Harrow as well would have definitely dealt with Grix at some point in your adventures.
Great.
I would also
the
say I will
yucky
also give you, because it was a natural 20, I'm going to give you another bit of information. You would know that, let me see what bit of information would be fair to give you. You would know that when you fought them in the past, they have seemed to be resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons. So in your experiences, when you've tried to use non-magical weapons in the past, it doesn't seem to have done as much damage as it probably should have.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to tell you, since you rolled a natural.
Thanks. Thanks, I hate it.
So a Grick. Okay, fine. Then don't take us wherever you have a Grick, but we just want our friend's gear, and then take your goblins and go.
Well, that's my point. I don't know where the Grick is. It's camouflaged, you see. So I know where it tends. I know where it tends to stay, but it does sort of prowl.
Kind of give him a long look and be like, "Well, good thing you're going to be on point, huh?"
Oh shit! Oh shit! Right. Okay. Fair enough. I guess I don't really have much choice, do I?
Well, I mean, the bright side is I'll be right behind you.
A pole-length spine.
I'm not convinced that that's a good thing.
It's better than all of us right in front of you, because you won't do as told. Deadeye here, I mean, he's just itching for a little bit of vengeance on bugbears.
Droop mimics Serenity's earlier action and juts his chin out in a come at me, bro motion.
Deadeye Droop. Yeah, I remember this one. He's definitely grown some balls since the last.
Turns out you feed him well, treat him right, and he'll take down anything you ask.
Your obsession with goblin balls may be an issue. You should get checked out, though.
I'll bear that in mind.
Because you're a bugbear.
Did we get racist? Why don't you tap point and let's get this done quickly, shall we?
Do we want to toss the rumor in now? See if we got anything, or
I don't think there's. Well, we should probably search the place pretty thoroughly.
I'm pretty sure he's got other stuff under his bed.
Well, why don't we drop off Pip with Right Off?
Well, a further travel north, we'd have to double back then.
Oh, I thought he was waiting out.
Oh, you're right. He was outside.
Right Off is waiting outside. Yeah, he's down at the southwestern corner of the castle.
He's just
Yeah,
chilling.
we can leave him and Gundren there, maybe.
That seems fair.
Okay.
So, my lord, shall you come with us for a moment?
Yes, I don't think I really have much say in the matter. Aye.
Well, if you want a positive, happy, and healthy outcome, you don't have a say.
Fair point. Right, let's go then. So, just while if we pause for a second, who is going? Are you taking Pip with you? Are you taking Gundren with you? Bear in mind that Gundren is currently on 1 hit point.
Oh, we can fix that.
Yeah, I think the goal is to take Gundren and Pip out to Rydoth and leave them there, and then search the rest of this place.
Taking Gundren out as well. Okay, no worries.
Serenity will carry Pip.
Okay. He does not resist at all. Pip does not resist. He at this point is, needs some sort of parental figure, and Serenity fills that role perfectly.
Well,
so he.
Good.
So yeah, he snuggles in as Serenity lifts him. He puts his arms around her neck and snuggles in.
Oh.
We still have the doppelganger to deal with, don't we? He's unconscious and chained. We're just going to leave him in here by himself.
We should probably take him also, because they probably have information we need.
Okay, so
Okay.
What are we going to do with him? Keep him unconscious, drop him off at the druid?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best plan for the moment.
True, it's going to be all like, how did this happen?
I sent you in there for one thing and one thing only. Okay, so if we're saying that we're taking Pip, Gundren, and the doppelganger out to Rydoth,
and the king.
Yeah,
and the king. Well, the king's coming willingly. Yeah, at this point he's vastly outnumbered and outskilled.
We're gonna need a wheelbarrow.
So, oh no, just bear with me 1 second, because I don't know if you guys can hear music. My music has stopped.
Oh yeah,
I cannot.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let me just try and work out what's going on there. Let me just try a different track that might. There we go.
Ooh,
We'll
that
just do
sounds
that
heroic.
now.
I like that.
Dun, 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 dun.
And did we want to give Gundren a health potion, or you want me to heal him?
Oh, we can give him a health potion.
Okay. You can certainly do one of the health potions. That's not a problem at all. So I'll just need someone to roll for that for me, please. And I can never remember what it is. So is it 1d4 plus 4?
Looking 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2 sounds good. Go for it. Okay. So 8 points of healing for Gundren. Okay, so yeah, you administer that, and he's starting to look a lot healthier there. So for the sake of argument, we'll say that you all make it back out to Rydoth. Past the southeastern turret with the boarded windows, you do hear a roaring noise coming from within.
A roaring?
But apart from roaring. But apart from that, the journey is uneventful, and we have quite the little gathering now in the southeastern corner. So I think this would be a good place to take a break. And if we return in 10 or so minutes.
10 minutes.
Sounds great.
Sounds fantastic.
Okay, fantastic. I shall see you all in 10 minutes then. Thanks, guys.
Are you okay?
I am.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I wasn't sure if he was eating something.
Nom 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 nom. The souls and tears of his players.
I always eat off camera because that way I don't have to disgust anyone.
Yeah, masticating in front of people takes a lot of courage.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, people think, oh, if you know people who do OnlyFans and things like that, you think, oh, that's in some ways that's quite brave. That's nothing. Much braver to eat on camera, if you ask me. Okay.
I was bouncing around Twitch last night, and I ran across a group of people playing World of Darkness, which is the vampire RPG.
Yeah.
And I think there was 8 people on screen, and I watched it for a little bit. Oh yeah, I used to play the card game. Me and my wife played the card game for a long time. But
Oh, okay.
8 people on the screen. That was including the game master, dungeon master. I'm not sure what it's called.
Mhm.
And 7 players. Just watching that for 15 minutes, I have new respect for what you do.
To be fair, I find D&D DMing, yes, it's challenging, and yes, there's lots of things to sort of keep a track of, which, as you've seen, sometimes do more successfully than others. But yeah, vampire and things like that, it's just, there are so many more layers to it, because you have the game aspect, you have the story aspect, but you also have the storylines tend to be more, I suppose, political, maybe a good way of doing it. There's always sort of the machinations between the various sort of clans and stuff. So yeah, I haven't played Vampire for probably about a year now, because obviously my local gaming store is closed. We did try doing it, the group that I play with, we did try doing a game of that over Discord, because obviously that you don't really need maps and miniatures, but it's not quite the same experience. But yeah, I do enjoy. I'm looking forward to the releasing Werewolf, hopefully this year. Sorry, what was that, Iris? I just heard an excited exclamation from your end.
Sorry, you said releasing, and they're releasing a Vampire the Masquerade game that's set in Seattle, where I am from. So I'm so excited.
Oh yeah.
It's built to scale. Like, if you watch the trailer, I'm like, I know where that parking garage is. It's so weird.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I've never really played the sort of the video game side of things with it. Well, I say never really. But yeah, it's I can imagine that sort of sandboxing in a city that you're familiar with could be a lot of fun.
Oh, but
Hey, Ray.
Sir.
Were you watching live action roleplay last night?
Yes, I think it was Level Up or Life Up or something like that.
I think we have friends in that game.
I think I saw something come across on my Twitch that had your Tempest, your channel name on it. Yes.
It's a small world.
Oh, but
Well, you know, we run all those with some pretty big nerds.
But the point I was getting at, I mean, there's 3 of us. There was 4. And sometimes we get a bit rowdy. Everybody's talking over each other. I'm just like, the more people you add in there, the X factor just increases.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you go back to like some of the original Crit Roll stuff, like they're all over each other, and you know, there's still a lot of rules questions happening because not a lot of them are like hardcore veterans of the RPG world.
Yeah, I think as well, a lot of them sort of at first were more used to 4th edition, weren't they? Or 3rd edition, possibly.
Yeah, they had to do some adjustments because I think they
Yeah.
were doing Pathfinders or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I've tried watching campaign 1 of Critical Role a few times, and I stop watching every time because they're just so over each other. And I know that the quality does improve and they get into the proper studio rather than the Geek and Sundry house and things like that. But yeah, I just can't enjoy it when they're all, screaming and yelling and etc. etc.
Yeah, when it gets a little smoother and they understand like what their characters can do and stuff like that, and there's a little less referencing, I think it gets real good. It gets real good. I think the first season definitely had a lot of really interesting story to it, but it's almost like it's almost better to like be able to kind of look back on the story instead of being in the moment of how they got through the story.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, because campaign 2 was when I came into it. So I do kind of occasionally try and go back and give another bit. And T, the player who was supposed to be joining us last session, we'd quite often, like, because she was one of my customers in the bookstore, and she would she would keep telling me I had to go back and watch campaign 1. She told me to start at not the White Snake Forest. That's an entirely different thing. But it was like one of the sort of the storylines within the campaign. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, I will at some point get around to watching. But yeah, I've just not had a chance. I think I'm about 15 episodes behind on campaign 2.
Yeah, that was the one nice part about my old job was I could sit there and listen to it while I did my work. Okay, so are we done with break? Are we good?
I believe so, if everyone else is ready.
Ready.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can, if you want, for the purposes of this, it's up to you, of course, but if you want, we can say that you spent some time outside. Sorry, I don't. When I zoom on the map at my end, does it affect how you see the map?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Okay, cool. Good to know. Just one of those things that I can't see it from your perspective whilst I'm seeing it from mine. So we can say, if you want, and I'm not putting words into your mouth, it's entirely up to you, but we can say, if you want, that you took a short rest when you were when you met up with Rydoth outside. I'm happy for that to happen if you want. At this moment in time, it's still very early morning. You'd be looking at sort of like you got there at first light, so you're looking maybe 8:30 a.m. at the moment.
Yeah, I'm totally all for getting a little short rest in.
All right, what does that entail? Do all my spell slots open up again, or?
So let me have a look. I will get your I'll get the cleric pages up for that. So basically you can spend you can spend as many as you want of your hit dice to regain some hit points.
Yes.
Some of the things that you expended during the battle, I'll just have a quick look off because I wasn't keeping a track fully, will reset as well. So let me have a quick look. Hang on. It will normally say on, things like your, so it's usually like your cleric features and things like that. It will say something along the lines of, you can use this once per short rest or once per long rest. If it says once per short rest, it means that you've now regained it. Let's have a look.
Oh, you must be in my...
Oh, sorry, yes,
No, you do what you're doing.
Yeah. So you didn't use a channel divinity. No. Yeah, I think for you it will just be spending hit dice.
Actually, I don't think I got hit.
If you, in that case, you're good.
Yeah. I see Serenity doesn't have a plus sign on her health bar, where Morpheus does. Hara.
My temporary hit points got wiped out.
Yes, now because you cast... Was it Aid that
It
you
was-
cast?
Yes, it was aid. Once it's
Yes.
Oh, so once those hit points are used, they don't regenerate automatically.
Sort of. Aid is kind of a weird thing because it actually ups your maximum cap of hit points, so you can heal up to it as long as it's active.
Oh, and she's just not at that point yet.
Possibly.
I just did the plus that I got back, so it must have been exact.
Let's have a look. Bum, 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 bum. Your spell bolsters your allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration. So your hit points will still be... your maximum hit points will still be back at 37. Serenity, I believe.
Oh, they come back?
You have that increased... cap for the duration, the 8-hour duration, as far as I can see.
But so when she was healed, though, it took her back up to exactly 32.
That's fine,
So-
but so 32 is your standard.
So
Yes.
if I were to heal her again, she could go up more. She has the
Yes.
space.
Yes,
For she has the space for the health. She doesn't have it yet. Is what-
exactly.
How I'm hearing it.
So at the moment, normally you would have 32 out of 32 hit points. For the next, let's say, 6 hours or 6.5 hours from now, you have 32 out of 37 hit points.
Yes.
Got it.
I
okay.
didn't
Yes.
know if there was a way to represent that on the bar or anything.
I think
Not cleanly.
not cleanly. Okay, we'll just for now. If you just type into your green circle 37, it should just show in your bar as 37 out of 32. That's fine.
Okay, so if she spends a hit die, she can go back up to 37, is what you're saying.
Oh, I don't think that's necessary.
But totally worth it. Because spells are better for in combat.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's rare that you can.
You guys are on fire today.
Holy shit!
There's the plus sign. Okay. I wasn't sure if if those hit points were used, if I had to play 8 again for you to get the plus health points.
You cast aid once at the start of the 8 hours, and it lasts for the 8 hours. It's essentially you're giving them an 8-hour boost.
It's such a good spell. It's such a
an
good
awesome-
spell.
It's an awesome spell.
Yeah, I can't wait till I can get to play the higher ones.
Yeah, right. It's one of those spells that just will always be good for a team.
The spell that just keeps on giving.
Yeah, let's rest up and patch up, and I'll get my curse back because man, I do love my curse.
Yes, you do. So, as you're resting, the doppelganger once more regains consciousness. Looks around, sort of a bit confused. I'm thinking I wasn't outside a minute ago. And what do you do? Do you say anything? Do you do anything?
I don't think we can
I
hit
ca-
him again because that's gonna give him like a concussion or brain damage or something.
I look to Serenity before I even consider bapping him, just in case she wants to stop me from bapping him.
She shrugs. She's pretty indifferent right now. Maybe they can ask questions later, but she has no problem with him getting more bruises on his head.
Hey, buddy, you gonna cooperate with us and not be a pain, or should I just deal with you now?
Roll an intimidation check for me.
God damn it. And I'm good at that, let's be clear.
The doppelganger looks at you and just says, I'm not scared of you. Why would I be scared of you?
With Serenity's shield.
And he's unconscious again.
I'm not. Thanks for that, sis.
No problem.
At this point, Groll looks at looks at the unconscious form of the doppelganger and says, "You know, it might not be a terrible idea if this doppelganger doesn't make it out of the castle. It could cause some problems if the doppelganger gets loose, goes back to the Black Spider."
I don't disagree, but I don't want to take the time to interrogate him right this minute.
Listen, my friend, I'm just giving you the information. It's up to you what you do with it, but it probably wouldn't be wise to let this one go back to its boss.
Oh, I'm absolutely in agreement there.
Wow, something we agree on. Look at that. Friendships truly can be forged in the strangest of fires.
Just so we're clear, I'm literally just buying myself more time to figure out the angle you're playing.
The angle I'm playing, my friend, is if the Black Spider gets word of this, I'm fucked. So
There's the angle.
So I'm just hoping that, you know, he chalks it up to a bad experience and finds another bugbear to annoy and to threaten, because frankly I could do without the headache.
Survival
That's
is the motivator.
Ain't that the truth, my friend?
Master Rydoth, would you mind babysitting for a short time while we go and pick up some of our companions' equipment from the castle?
Ryloth's gonna be like, again?
Yes, I don't suppose that would be a problem. What's your name, young lad? And Pip, and this is where I have too many NPCs on the screen, and I'm starting to talk to
Too
myself.
invested.
Yeah, so he establishes that Pip's name is Pip, and he brings Pip over, and he says, Pip, do you want to see something fun? Pip, still sort of kind of dirt smeared down his face where the tears have the dirt, and Rydoth makes a strange clicking noise at the back of his throat, and suddenly 14 squirrels come scampering from the nearby bushes.
Oh my god.
And they line up in a row in front of him. And Rydoth says, Pip, what would you like the squirrels to do? And at that point, Rydoth and Pip spend however long they need to training squirrels in some acrobatics.
He says, I'd like for them to bring my dad back to life.
Jesus.
Fucking hell, Ray!
Sorry.
Wow!
It is too soon.
There's some young Inigo Montoya shit happening here.
What is wrong with you tonight, Ray? My
He's on
word.
fire.
He's on it.
Is a monster. Rydoth does look at Pip and says, I'm sorry, my boy, there are some things that are outside even my control.
Serenity in the background just.
Sorry.
Yes, it seems to be a day for it. No, a week for it, I suppose. It's not all happened. Really
Don't think for a second that that's not going to become a quest, is to find someone to bring his father back.
Right,
Give me a couple
Pippin.
of
Say that again, sorry, Ray.
Oh, Haru had said something about bringing a quest for bringing Pip's dad back to life. I was like, give me a couple levels.
So, while Rydoth and Pip are distracted with their squirrel training over here in the corner. Well, we'll say they sensibly tuck themselves in here just so they're kind of out of view. What would the rest of you like to do?
Well,
I'm gonna give Gundren like weapons. Be like, here's a crossbow, here's a dagger,
Okay.
here's some armor. Keep an eye on this changeling.
how do you have all this stuff?
Well, see, we had 2 dead members.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
My word,
Why
there's
am I
something
even
in the
here?
air tonight. So Gundren takes a variety of weapons from you and says, "Yeah, that's no problem, lad. I'll watch this dodgy fucker." Do I have permission to shoot him in the face if he?
Yep.
Absolutely, you do.
Excellent, thank you so much. Consider it done.
Look to our lovely king and be like, care to lead on?
Yeah, okay, I suppose we can do that. So what exactly is it you're looking for in here?
Our friends' weapons and armor.
Okay, I can take you there. That's fine. No problem at all. Follow me. And with that, he heads up to the main entrance. Hang on, sorry, wrong there. Heads up to the main entrance. And as he's heading up there and you're all hanging back, what do you want, your fucking stuff or not?
This could turn south real quick, so stay sharp.
I like this guy.
So, he enters there.
Serenity's gonna ask Droop if he will hang back and help watch Pip.
Pip looks fucking freaked out by the prospect of being looked after by a goblin. Pip's like, hang on, I've just watched someone pretending to be my dad get knocked unconscious. There's been a fight around me. I've just watched a fucking wolf die, and now you want a goblin to look after me? He says that all with one raised eyebrow. Yeah, Droop says,
Yes, of course, Miss Serenity. If that's what you want, that's what Droop will do.
Great.
I've really got to stop doing that. It's fucking my
Yeah,
throat
I
up.
saw you.
Don't worry, little buddy. The goblin's on our side. Not all goblins, just that one.
And Pip says,
Okay, he's not gonna try and eat me, is he?
Very doubtful.
That's not exactly reassuring, but okay. Okay, this is fine. I can do this.
and he's sort of like starting to kind of like psych himself up.
I can do this. That's fine.
So yeah, Droop can stay with Rydolph and Pip, no problem at all.
Well, there went all our DPS.
Rip
Oh,
us.
So as you enter, you would see now of course as well, because Hardstadt will have dark vision.
That is correct.
So we will no longer have to contend with pesky human eyes. So, as you enter, this is what lies before you.
Oh, so many doors.
So, ahead of you, in a sort of alcove, you can see a door ahead of you there. To the right, you can see, sorry, I'll make that a bit clearer. You can actually see there are two doors there. To the left, there are also 2 doors. Grawl sniffs the air. I mean, there's quite a lot of fucking rooms in this place, I'll be honest.
Well, then better get to it.
I'm just trying to, just bear with me. I'm just trying to remember where I might have left that equipment.
We're absolutely bearing
Bugbear
with
with
you.
it. This is intolerable. How can I work on?
It's a good thing you're not annoying, or you truly would be a bugbear.
Fucking hell. And it just Grawl shouts. He shouts, "Okay, that's fine. Let's go." I think it heads up there, and then let me just quickly do something. Hang on. Too many screens. 2 seconds, folks. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-bum. So he says, I think it might be through there. And he gestures to that door.
So when he gestures at it, like Harrow just kind of flicks his hand at it to use thaumaturgy to see if it's locked.
Okay.
Whoa, look at you.
Bum, bum, bum. 2 seconds. It is not locked, and with the blast from thaumaturgy, it swings open. And from where you are, you would see. You might see a bit more Harrow just with the angle you're at. You might. Yeah.
Oh, door's not locked.
Then shall we?
Your Majesty.
Hmm?
Go on.
You're first.
No, actually. Hang on. It might not be that way after all.
I am just going to systematically blast open every door around me then.
Okay, so what's the range on thaumaturgy? 30 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can blast open all the doors. Okay, so bear with me 1 second, just while I
Sure.
just sort of like a boom, boom, boom. Adding in the occasional flourish as well, no doubt.
Does that shoot out of his finger? Because he's just like finger gun all the doors.
I really hope it's his finger that it shoots out of. So, from where you are, you would see. So, yeah, all the doors swing open. Every single one of them. As in. So this door here swings open. And you can see through to what appears to be a storeroom. This door on the left swings open, but you can't see what's through it. The door to the south swings open, and through there you see a very surprised goblin.
Oh, I hope he wasn't naked.
He
You guys and your
was.
naked goblins, Jesus.
He is slightly shocked by a door slamming open. And I just want to check if he actually sees Grawl from where he is, because there are quite a few of you between the goblin and Grawl. Two seconds. I'm just going to roll a quick perception check for the goblin. He doesn't even notice the door, actually. He's currently sat on a little camp bed, enjoying a copy of Play Bugbear that he found somewhere. So yeah, he doesn't even know. And this door to the southeast of where you are also swings open. And in there, you wouldn't see them. There are two more goblins. There's one of the goblins is right next to the door, so he is definitely going to notice that it has opened. And he sticks his head out. Sees you all. And starts to sort of like jabber in Goblin. Almost as if he's calling reinforcements.
Oh, noes.
Oh no. Serenity will like shove Bugbear at them and be like, shut him up.
And the Bugbear shouts over at the Goblin in common. For fuck's sake! Can you not see I'm with them? Just fucking chill your fucking tits. Bloody hell, these fucking goblins do my fucking head in.
Amazing.
And yeah, and he sort of, the goblin doesn't quite know what to make of this. Like, it's like, hang on, these are obviously intruders, but our boss seems to think that they're okay. And he sort of shrugs and starts to walk away. It's just like, like, if the boss isn't bothered, then I probably shouldn't care. So he goes off to out of view down there. You would have noticed in the room to the north, which, like I say, was a bit of a storeroom. From where you are, you can see some. From where you're stood at the moment, you can see some casks, some sacks, couple of boxes. Yeah, looks to be, from where you are, it looks to be a store room of some sort.
So, Your Majesty, does that jar any memories?
Yeah, it might be in there. I think it might be in there, actually. Let's have a look.
Yes.
You want me to go first still, or do you trust me now? Oh, well, it's worth a try. Okay. So he goes in. And it's a fairly small room, fairly compact. And, yeah. You see, as well as those casks and crates and sacks hanging up, you do see armor, chainmail armor, and a long sword. And, yeah.
Fantastic. That might be just what we needed.
Yeah, I think that might have. I think that might have belonged to the soldier that was with the dwarf. I'm pretty sure. I lose track. You know, we steal so much stuff. It's the only way. Do you know how hard it is to make here?
To what?
Do you know how hard it is to make an honest living?
Have you tried baking?
What the fuck is it with you lot and baked goods?
Well, apparently, one of the hobgoblins that we didn't kill seems to think that it's a profitable business.
Have you seen these? And he holds up his furry paws. And he says, do you have any idea how fucking hard it is to get a health certificate for baking with furry paws? Trust me, no health inspector will give me a certificate, even if I wanted to bake, which I don't, because I can't fucking stand it.
All right,
Great.
fine. Your
Great
Majesty,
British
what do you
baking
want to
competition.
do?
Well, quite frankly, you've got this what you were here for. I'd quite like it if you'd fuck off now.
Oh, well.
You said there's booze barrels in here?
Yes. So, you looking through it, a lot of the casks seem to be salted meat, grain that's been rotting for a while. There's, you know, it feels like goblins who have been ransacking stuff have brought it all back here and then not really done anything with it. Similar to the hideout way back at the start of your adventure, where the goblins are terrible hoarders. If they steal something, they'll take it, and even if they don't use it, they're happy because they have it. However, the one thing that you do see is a small cask, which, when you sniff it, and in fact, Hardstadt, you would recognize it as dwarven brandy.
Hey, party time.
And the cask contains the equivalent of what you reckon to be about 20 glasses worth of brandy. 20 servings.
Is there a way for me? Let's see what I'm trying to figure out here. Is there any, does it bear any insignia of who it belongs to? Maybe we could bring it back. Or
It does not. It is a plain cask. No identifiable markings whatsoever.
free to drink, then I guess.
Okay, do you drink it now?
Oh no, I don't drink.
Is it a man of the cloth?
In my experience, men of the cloth are usually the ones.
The biggest offenders of drink.
Yeah.
What do I look like, Friar Tuck?
I was raised Catholic. You don't have to. You don't have to tell me about men of the cloth.
Yes, how to be invested with crippling guilt for the rest of your days.
Yay! Anyway,
Fine.
enough about me.
We've got what we came for. I suggest you probably gather your goblins up and leave the area.
But where am I supposed to go?
That's
What's
not my
it?
concern.
Well, why can't I stay here?
And what are you going to do if you stay here? You're going to clean this place up, not raid anymore, not hurt the local community we're invested in, because we'll just be right back to where we are now.
Interior
What-
decorating.
What am I going to do if I go somewhere else? You're not solving the problem, you're just moving the problem.
There's a
She gets
Don't
a look at
mention a fucking baker. Do not mention a fucking baker.
When she starts to suggest, Harrow just gives her the fucking eyes of like, don't you dare.
And she goes quiet.
I just imagine
That's
this
what I
town
thought.
That's around here somewhere. There, all of our would-be criminals just wander off to start their second lives.
Well, what do you like to do?
I don't want to say it's silly.
Crochet,
It's
Here
not
we go.
silly.
painting,
Painting is very honorable.
like still life. Are you?
I
or you
I
more
like
landscape?
I enjoy flower arranging.
That's amazing. You could go into business with the baker for weddings and other parties, and you could arrange the flowers. You can make the cake.
She brought it back around.
We can just draw him a map to the island of misfit toys. Here we go.
Ah. Wedding planning business. That's not a bad idea, actually, Les.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen anything like that before, and people could use a lot of hope through cakes and flowers.
You might be onto something. Ja, do you remember which hobgoblin it was? Because I didn't hire them, but I've known some of them in the past, and some of them are right dickheads. I wouldn't want to be going into business with a dickhead.
Well, he had sense, that was for sure.
And burn.
Yeah, he went off
Well-
to start a new life, and that's number one.
His name was Wretch.
Well remembered. Yes,
Yeah, bravo.
Cragnon Wretch. Cragnon Wretch was his name. Yes, and you would remember that he set off to make his new life in Waterdeep.
Listen, you
So-
can go catch up with this Wretch and see if you can make something of yourself there, or you can come with us.
Why would I come with you? What's in that for me?
Lots of gold.
It's intriguing. I'm not gonna lie, but I kind of like now that you've mentioned it. I think I will be a wedding planner.
Oh my god.
I did. This is not how I saw tonight's session.
Harold
so
just,
excited.
Harold just walks out. He's just like, nope, I'm just no.
Serenity is like ecstatic.
But that's fine. I'm going. I'll see you around. Oh, you gave him the pouch of money back, didn't you? You only kept him.
Yep.
Okay. So he said, right, that's it. Decision made. I'm off. I'm out of here. See you later. Watch out for the Grick. And he walks past Serenity.
Bouquets.
And he walks off, and as Serenity yells to him about bouquets, he just sort of waves, like raises a hand over his shoulder, gesturing back at you as he walks out the door and walks into the fucking sunset. I don't.
Bug brides.
What is happening tonight?
Ring bug bearers.
Anyway,
Bugbear witness.
Ooh.
I hate you all.
Dead.
I hate you all. Okay. So, I mean, there's an unexplored castle.
There's also a worm in it, though. I think if we have his stuff, Chiz or Serenity's willing to just leave.
Yeah, I think that sounds good to me too.
She
Okay.
like remembered the Gricks, and she's like, "Ew, nope."
Oh, where do we have to go after this? I guess we gotta go back to the town that the boy lived in, the Jorf brothers.
That's up to you guys.
I'm trying to remember if that's the way things. Oh, and
We have this like list of to-dos. We still haven't explored like necromancy well or whatever the fuck.
Don't worry. I'm pretty sure I have most of our missions in my head squared away, but we should probably just get back to Pendelton.
Yeah, we should
probably
probably
drop
drop
that
one.
that off.
drop the kid off and make good with the community
Okay, so we will leave the castle as it is. So as you exit the castle, you come out, and Rydoth and Pip are currently getting the squirrels to form a little, I was going to say human pyramid, but it would be a squirrel pyramid.
That you can say
You know,
centipede.
so I have no words. I have no words. I have no words. They. Oh my god! Right. They are currently getting the squirrels to form squirrel pyramid, and the top one is sort of doing little backflips at the top. Gundren is pointing a crossbow at the doppelganger, who has now multiple lacerations to their head from the repeated bumps and knocks that Harrow has been giving. And yeah, do you want to do anything here? The doppelganger is, again, like I say, is again conscious.
Let's take Pip back first, because I don't want to try to get information out of this guy in front of Pip.
You think we can get information out of him at the town? Maybe with the blacksmith?
If that's the path we need to take, I say we set Pip's mother on him, but
Or we could do that too. Or both.
take him back to Phandalin. Justice can be doled out there proper.
Yes.
Sounds like
Okay.
we're headed to Phandelver.
Okay, so
Don't let us forget, though, to warn them what he can do, so that they're
Agreed.
not off guard.
Yeah, we don't want to hang him and have him turn into Toblin.
okay, so what we will say then is that I'm just checking my notes for how long that journey takes. So last time, yeah, it's about a day or so. I think I'll double check, but we'll say for now that you make the journey back to Phandalin, and as you enter the village once more, a couple of days later, I'll work out the exact timings, but a couple of days later, you enter the village once more, and I think that's actually a good place to stop tonight.
Aye.
Sounds
Fantastic.
So, yes. So, I'm just going to show you, okay, because you're not going to be
No,
coming
show
back
us.
to it.
We might come back. After we're... Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay, no, I mean that's fine. If you think you might come back, that's fine. I'll leave the map covered. That's okay.
I still don't see how they got a creek in that castle.
It might have been there when they moved in.
I don't see any water anywhere.
Oh my God.
Well, folks, tonight has been puntastic.
It's been so good.
an experience.
That's one word for it, yes. We'll pick that up next time as you re-enter the village of Phandalin. Obviously, we were in for 2 weeks, but that takes us to Boxing Day, and I'm going to be prepping for my folks coming down from Scotland the day after. So, how would everyone be set for the 2nd of January?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds
Yeah.
good, sir.
Yeah? Okay, fantastic. In which case, I just want to say thank you. I know 2020 has been a shit year in many respects,
True. If I don't see anybody...
and this game has been one of the highlights of the year for me.
It's been
Yes.
a real great time.
So I just wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you, because I put that thing on Roll20 to try DMing and I didn't expect it to last maybe more than a few sessions, and so far I'm still having a whale of a time. And that's down to each and every one of you. So just from the bottom of my heart, I just wanted to say thank you for this year, because it has been a lot of fun. And obviously we'll continue it next year. I made that sound slightly like an epitaph. But yeah, so I just wanted to say, like, because I mean, obviously, I'm sure we'll still be chatting on Discord and stuff, but I just wanted to put that out there that this year has been great, and you guys have been a large part of that. So thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
Well, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I know putting together online roleplay groups can be real hit and miss, so I've been real pleased with how this has turned out. And in the next couple weeks, me and Fia will put together some more background information for you and send it your way.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Ray, we will probably hash out some more details about hard stats. Maybe backstory. I think we've kind of got that covered. But I might get in touch with you specifically about the route that he may have taken from Karatur. But we can work on that stuff in the background by all means. Cool. So yeah, I mean, I hope everyone has a happy Christmas. I'm sure I'll speak to you all before then, but you know, we'll get the formalities out of the way. So I hope everyone has a happy Christmas. I hope everyone has a safe and healthy Christmas and New Year, and that your family all stay well, and that hopefully 2021 will be a much better year than 2020 was in most respects.
Oh, it has to be.
Doubt.
Yeah, it has to be. It can't be any worse, surely.
What's wrong with you?
I'm not scared.
At this point, the big DM in the sky is just furiously making a note.
Yeah, he's pulling out all the charts because you know he's a Rollmasters kind of guy.
Oh yes, he's ready to. He's thinking. Oh, you thought this was the big bad? No, this was just the first couple of levels.
That and some of it just makes no sense because it's all generated off of random charts.
Exactly. Yeah.
Asian murder hornets, you say? What?
Murder hornets, and then there were. I've rolled an 18. What's that? That's metal monoliths. Excellent.
Where's going next? Random monoliths.
Yeah. What the
We
fuck
discovered
else?
12 unopened sarcophagi.
Please don't.
I really hope they're all still unopened, because that's quite frankly, has none of them seen the mummy?
Right.
Horsemen detected in Texas. No.
You must not read from the book.
Anyway, so yeah, the game to be continued in the new year, and like I say, we can have sort of chats in the background about various character bits. But yeah, the other thing that I was going to suggest was, and I know I mentioned it before, but if anyone else, we'll probably also in the new year, I will probably look at bringing in a new fourth player. I don't think T will do it because she was kind of going to be sort of like a guest appearance at Cragmore Castle, her character. But I may look at getting a new sort of regular addition to the party. But we'll see about that. We'll see what happens. Anything else from anyone?
No, I think.
No. So yeah, what I was going to say was, and I mentioned it, if people do want to run sort of like one shots as well, by all means, go for it, and and we can just build it into the schedule. The one thing that I would love to see at some point, which I don't think Roll20 have it yet, but I would love, if it does go on, if they do Legend of the Five Rings, I would love for Ray to run again. No pressure, Ray.
Thank you.
Just putting that out there. If Legends of the Five Rings ever goes on Roll20, I wouldn't say no. If you decide, I wouldn't say no.
Understood. I'll keep that in mind, and I'll start brushing up on some what is it called? Storyteller or whatever they're called.
Yeah, like no pressure. By the way, I wasn't saying you must do this, but if if the inkling was taking you, you already have one willing player. Put it that way.
I appreciate that, and I will see what I can do starting in January.
Yeah, like I say, they haven't put anything on. I think last time I checked the marketplace, there was nothing on there for Legend of the Five Rings, but I'm sure they will be working on it. They've been doing a lot of work on getting lots more Call of Cthulhu stuff on there recently, so
Cthulhu. Nom, nom, nom.
can't go wrong with a bit of Cthulhu. And more for Iris, if you want to run a game of Call of Cthulhu again, just say the word, and we can build time into it.
It's been a long time since I've looked at the system, but maybe I'll take a peek.
No
Yeah.
worries. I don't think I have it on Roll20. I've got somewhere. I mean, I have the. Can't even remember which handbook it is. Oh, the Keeper rulebook. I think I did also purchase PDF. So if you don't have it and you need it, I could.
I'm pretty sure I can get rid of it some way somehow.
Yeah, that's fine. I figured as such, but thought I'd make the offer. But yeah, just like I say, this is it's been a fun year. It's been fun times. Yeah, I'm all for keeping it going.
Great. I'm down to keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
Keep on trucking.
Dang.
Right. So if there's nothing else, I will sign off.
Yes. Take care.
We'll
Y'all stay
be
out of
on
trouble.
Discord the whole time too. If you're
Happy
bored,
holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Sorry, Iris.
Oh, I just said that we'll be on Discord if anyone wants to share memes and stuff. We'll be around.
Cool. No worries. I tend to just sort of cut them from Instagram, and it's the same 14 that keep reappearing, and I keep thinking, have I sent that already? I can't remember. But yeah. So
It's not like it gets old to us.
if I do repeat them, it's just my failing memory.
Same.
Okay, guys, I shall leave you there then for the evening. All right.
Thank you.
Be safe, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. All the best. Take care.